Well, Miss Kayden, welcome back to my show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be back on. It's been forever.
Yes, so let's talk about your newest movie, Roswell.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So
Yes.
Roswell Delirium just
What
premiered
can you
at
tell everybody about it?
so Roswell Delirium is, oh my gosh, what just fell? Um an upcoming 80s sci-fi. It just premiered actually at the Culver City Film Festival on Thursday, December 7th. And it was just amazing. The film was fantastic. We don't know when it's going to be released out to the public on streaming platforms, but what I can tell you, it's definitely one to look forward to. The cast and crew, everyone is just amazing. I play a mean girl in the film, so you probably won't necessarily like my character while you're watching, but it is such a great film, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of it. And it stars Anthony Michael Hall and Dee Wallace and some really big 80s icons like Reginald Johnson, and just to see like my face and then like them, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I get kind of starstruck.
And so, what's the storyline about? I know a little brief details, but supposedly an alien and all this stuff.
Well, I would say I think the best thing is to go on the IMDb because that gives like the most specific breakdown of the whole story. But I can say that like I don't want to spoil too much because it's just I feel like if I say something, I'm gonna say something that I shouldn't be saying. So I
Right,
don't.
I totally
I'll
understand.
just leave that for everyone to watch the film and just you guys can judge.
When
So
is it coming out?
I'm not sure, but it is coming out next year.
Okay.
So
And of
hopefully early
course,
next year.
Roman Smith is in the film,
Yes, yeah, Roman was in the film, and yeah, I actually saw him over the weekend.
and he
We got to
played Jeremiah as
He
a
played
character.
Jeremiah. Yes.
And
Yeah, no, he did amazing. Scene stealer, that kid. Yeah. So good. Um yeah, everyone in the film was just so good, and it was really really nice to just reunite with like all the cast and crew. It's like it's been forever because we finished my part on like late October in
mhm.
2022. So it's just like I'm like, wow, guys, it's been forever since we've seen each other. But yeah, no, everyone's so good.
And where was it filmed at?
We filmed, for my parts, we filmed in Riverside, LA, Canoga Park, and Chatsworth.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
And
I mean, just kind of all over California, but I believe they went out to like the Salton Sea for like a couple of days, which is definitely far from LA. And then I don't know if they went out of state. I didn't go out of state, so yeah. I do love out of state filming though. Out of state filming is fantastic. I filmed two things out of state. I filmed a feature film in April called Love's Fastlane that is coming out soon. I don't know if if you've seen any clips on my Instagram. I got so happy when I saw updates. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's coming out soon. And I found the teaser trailer, and then I was able to get some clips, and I was like, let's put them on my Instagram, and they're like totally fine with it. Yeah,
yeah, that one that's coming out, it was you filmed it out of state.
yeah. I filmed it in Kentucky. It was my first ever time filming out of state, and it's something. There's like this different vibe filming out of state. I love filming out of state, which like I hate to be away from my brother and my dad, but like it's it's so cool. And the same thing for in June I filmed a feature called Mama Bear, and that's a thriller. And I can't say too much NDA stuff, but yeah, you know those NDAs.
Yes, I
But
do.
it is that one was filmed in Massachusetts in June, and like again, like it was just such a different vibe, and the weather is so much different back east too. Because I'm so I'm such a California girl, you know what I mean? Like I'm not used to any other weather. Because California, I mean, it's like hot and it's almost winter. Like it's like 80 degrees. So, no, but it was a really, really great experience on both of those. And I'm hoping to, I mean, I love filming in state, but filming out of state is also awesome.
And then of
Out of the
course,
country.
that was the one you did in Kentucky, is that correct?
Yes. So the one I did in Kentucky is called Love's Fast Lane.
Hmm.
And then the one I did in Massachusetts is called Mama Bear.
And then Mama Bear, you don't know when that's coming out yet.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know when either of them are coming out, but I
Okay.
know that Love's Fastlane is coming out very, very soon. And that one's a rom-com, very family friendly, like just a really, really good story. It's very cute, and my character is like this very energetic, precocious girl who's like super duper into cars. It's a great story about like this mechanic, and she falls in love with the guy that plays my uncle. Like, so it's a romance thing, but it's a really really great story because there's not many girl mechanics in the world, and she's a girl mechanic. So it's really just kind of like it's almost like influential to like so many people, like even like just everybody, but also like
Hmm.
girls can do this too. So yeah, no, it's a really good story, and Mama Bear is gonna be great. It's definitely Mama Bear is not a rom com, but it's definitely different. I don't want to spoil anything. I was just gonna say something. I'm not gonna spoil anything. That one's a
Right.
thriller, so a
We
little
don't want
different.
you to spoil anything.
I know.
So,
I'm trying to watch myself. I'm like, don't say anything.
right, right. Especially the Roswell, the Roswell film and all that stuff.
Yes.
So, you don't know when that's coming out yet.
No, I don't know. But I for all the updates, like for all my upcoming films and like when it releases
Hmm.
and premieres, I have a lot of upcoming that are not out yet. Just follow me on Instagram. I think that's like the best way to just keep track of me.
Right. And of course,
I'm almost
Roman was
listening.
on, pardon me, Roman was on Darman.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And then you had a couple of characters in the Roswell film that was also on Darman that was on this film that's coming out.
I
So,
know it's so weird. It's very random. It was actually funny because like a week, like couple weeks before we started filming, we were like all like pretty much every kid in the film was offered a Darman episode, and like pretty much all of us were going to be in it, but we had to turn it down because of Roswell, like filming Roswell. And it's so weird. I was like, wait, we would have even met, like, even if we weren't filming Roswell. It's such a small world. I swear everybody knows each other. I'm like, oh hi, wait, I know you because you worked with one of my friends. It's cool though.
so did you know Roman was going to be in this film or no?
I in Roswell, I I did not know because I met everyone at the table read. I didn't meet Roman in person on the table read, because he lives in Oregon, and he's here a lot in California. But yeah, I didn't know. So I kind of just met him virtually, and then I met like everyone on the first day, and I was like, "Oh, I know you guys. I've seen you."
And then of course you didn't know you all were together until you saw each other
Yeah.
on set.
Yeah. I mean, definitely being on set like with other people, it's you never know. It's you kind of like just figure out like with the color sheet, or if you have a table read, then you'll
Hmm.
know.
And then the
Or
girl who
IMDb
played
too.
pardon me, the girl who plays Mayday, the character, she's also on Darman.
Yeah, yeah, she is.
And you didn't know you guys didn't know you guys were on the set either. So,
No, she started later though with Darman, which
mhm.
is cool. Yeah. No, but I love, I'm so grateful to be a part of the Darman fam because it's such an influential platform towards just like I mean adults and kids and just everybody. I mean, and I mean they really are changing lives around the world, and it's just really it's awesome to be a part of it.
That's true. Now, any upcoming roles coming up?
Yeah, I actually just booked a SAG film that should be filming next year, starting in March. So I'm super duper excited about that. I can't say too much, but again, follow me on Instagram for all the
Right.
updates.
Definitely have to have
Yeah.
you back for
I'm
that.
probably gonna say that like a million more times in this film though.
Definitely have to have you back on that SOG film. About the project you're going to talk about. Now, what have you noticed so far that's been so tough in this industry?
Ooh, I gotta say, rejection. I mean, it's a very competitive industry, and it's very unfortunate because you you're competing against like your friends, and it's like it's hard because I mean I'm not competitive at all. Like literally just I always just try to support my friends. I'm always just there for them. I'm like I just want to see my friends book. I want to see them happy. I'm always going to be there for them. I feel like that's like you have to be supportive and have that attitude because you know I feel like the competitiveness I've noticed a lot lately. It's becoming just like too much, and that's one thing that stinks about the industry. And I've lost a lot of friends due to it, which stinks. And I'm a very positive person, but like I do want like to touch on the things, because things are not perfect, you know. Yeah, it's very unfortunate with the competitiveness, but I think like the hard thing about the industry, other than that, and like not knowing who your real friends are, and like just there's all these things, and the moms can be like very very competitive, dance moms. I don't know if you've seen that. But
Yes.
actor moms, I mean, yeah, it's just a lot, but I just kind of ignore that and just keep going. I think that's like the best thing you can do. But rejection is a really big thing. You know, I feel like there's rejection is definitely not an easy thing, but you have to be able to, as an actor, to keep moving forward. Put your heart and soul into the audition, and then you have to move on.
Hmm.
Because if you just keep thinking about it, or you're just like, oh, darn it, like they don't like me, or it's like this industry is like 50-50 of everything, it's not necessarily when you book the role, it's not necessarily about your talent, it's they're looking at your look too, or if you're playing a younger character, do you look like that person, or do you fit with a family, you know so there's just so many different things that go into the casting process that you really can't just you can't be feel insecure about it. You just have to, like, I always just try to keep moving forward and just have faith. I'm just manifesting like just all the good things to come. And I've been just super fortunate. 2023 has just been an amazing year. And my whole journey, I'm just super grateful to be where I am. And yeah, I'm hoping for even more amazing things to come.
Right, and I totally agree with you. It sounds weird as it's a competitive, but it is.
It is, yeah. And I mean, a lot of people, I mean, it's competitive. Life is competitive. But I've just like noticed like lately, like more, like it's kind of crazy, you get close to these people, and then like the competition just destroys the relationship. It's really really unfortunate. So I think that's such a like um an unfortunate thing about this industry that,
Right.
yeah, people need to know. But
And for you, what is the life lesson so far that you learned in this being in this industry?
I mean, again, I think to keep going, and also like to have faith and to have a good attitude. You really have to be positive, because if you start to become negative with yourself, it's very easy in this industry. It's really easy to beat yourself up, and that that I've been there, but like I've learned that, you just you have to have a positive attitude. You
Hmm.
just gotta just be there. Just, and
Right.
also I feel like your best performance is when you have a really good attitude too. If I'm like more down, I'm not gonna have like a great performance because I'm all down and I'm doubting
Hmm.
myself. But if I'm all positive, it's gonna be everything is gonna work out.
Right.
And also, like, I mean, things happen for a reason, and if you're not meant for the role, you're not meant for the role, and that's
Hmm.
okay. So I think that's definitely what I've learned, and I mean, I'm continuing to learn so many new things, and I mean, the competition was a big thing that I learned this year. So yeah, no, but it's good that I'm learning this, like, these
Right.
things, because it's sometimes it is like really unfortunate, but like that's how life is, and it's just you gotta just power through and keep going.
Right. Power through.
Yeah.
So I asked a lot of people this question. 2020 was a pandemic. And I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I asked you, but it was tough for everybody in the entertainment industry. You couldn't leave the
Mhm.
house, no audition, no film, all that stuff. So for yourself as Kayden, an actress, um, and how did you handle the situation? I know you are always on the go, Darman Studios, or you're fly, or you're out everywhere. So I know a lot of people couldn't do anything. I mean,
Mhm.
everything was shut down, from
Yeah.
East Coast all the way to the West Coast, the whole world. So everybody in the entertainment industry, from music to film directors to writers and all this stuff, they didn't know what to do, right? And you're
Yeah.
talking about the sports. The arena wasn't full. You had the NFL teams not doing much, and the fans couldn't do anywhere, and it was so weird. For example, it was so weird watching NFL game on TV and there's no fans, right? And same with
Yeah.
college football and basketball. And then you have TV shows like they've been repeating and repeating, even though it's a new show that's supposed to be coming out. And it's like, okay, this is the same show they're repeating, going back from the very beginning. So for you, it's like, how did you and yourself handle your family handle the situation? Because I know you there was not much to do.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe COVID was almost like 4 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah, COVID was very, very unexpected. I actually remember I was at school, and it was like right before the lockdown, like maybe a week or two. And my friend, I had a cold, and so my cough was like really big. It wasn't COVID, but my friend was like, "Do you have COVID?" And I was like, "What's COVID?" And she's like, "Oh, this thing that's going around the country." And I'm like, "Oh, that's weird. Never heard of it." And then like a couple weeks later, it became this huge thing, and I started acting like literally right before COVID hit, and so I was like, is this how it's gonna be? Like, it was it was definitely a weird time, but it's actually funny because I actually booked my first ever feature film, and we filmed it in the height of the pandemic in June of 2020 with all of the COVID safety precautions. Um, and nothing was filming, so I was like super duper fortunate to have been able to be a part of that. So, I mean, COVID affected me. Like, I did get COVID in November of 2020, and that was, I've it was like, I mean, it affected so many different people. I got very very lucky. My family got also lucky that nothing happened, and we were okay, and it was kind of like mild, um, just kind of fever, cold. I've heard that the flu is worse. I don't know. Um, I've never had the flu, and I hope I don't have the flu. I've had the stomach flu, and that's nightmare. But yeah, COVID, I mean, it affected me, but it also didn't. It was definitely very weird just having to wear a mask. And that was how it was. Like, they just SAG released the mask mandate in May this year. And so I'm still like not used to like wearing my face without a mask, if that
Right.
makes sense.
I don't think
But
anybody
yeah,
is right now.
yeah, it's a very weird time. And then also, like, the industry has kind of been like not really normal because you had COVID, and then you also had the SAG after strike and the writer's strike, and that went on for a long time. And I'm really glad that they reached a deal because I know that so many people were affected. And I was really fortunate to be able to go out on the picket lines and just support all the SAG after members,
Yes, we can
writers.
talk about that. Aren't we
Yeah,
glad the SAG strike is
yeah,
they made
me,
a
I'm
deal and
so glad. I mean, too many people were affected, and I'm
hmm
too many like
the
the
writers and the
writers.
actors and
I mean,
everybody was in that.
and then the whole economy was affected. I mean, and it's not even just the writers and the actors. I mean, it was the directors, and nobody was
Right.
filming. It was also like hair and makeup artists and gaffers and grips, and also like food companies where where studios would get all their food from, and like they went down, and
Hmm.
it's really sad. And I'm super glad that it's over, and I hope that like everyone is able to get back up on their feet. And
Yeah, I totally agree
I
with you. I'm
mean,
so
yeah.
happy.
I mean, it's hard though because like the holidays are coming around, so that's when things slow down anyways. Like, you kind of have I've had a couple auditions here and there this month, and but it's gonna like slow down
Yeah.
like until after January.
By the
And
way, you said I'm sorry, on your Instagram, you said you booked overall, so congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. That is it's a SAG film, the filming in March, so I'm super duper excited for that.
And of course, you can't say anything about it, but I just had to
No, I
mention that because
cannot.
you just said about all the stuff that's
I
not
wish
opening up.
I wish I could say like everything about all this stuff. Like, I literally, that's why I'm like, Kayden, before you go on the show, you just gotta don't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, and I also don't want like anybody contacting like my mom or I and be like, Kayden,
Right.
you
Yes, don't say anything.
ruined the whole plot of the story. That was the climax of the story. So, yeah,
No, we don't want you to ruin the story.
no.
So, um, let's talk about your parade that you did on your Instagram story that I
Yeah.
reposted about you sitting in the car. And of course, your mom was in the car.
My mom was in the car, yeah.
You were driving and waving. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I am just so grateful to have been the hometown celebrity for the Laguna Niguel annual parade. And they have it every single year. It's a holiday parade. It was actually my first ever parade that I ever went to. And it was very cool. It was so cool. So I got to ride in a 1965 bug. And the coolest thing, I mean, these cars are very fascinating, like the older ones especially.
Hmm.
And so I got to sit in the car, and there was thousands of people there, and I was just waving at everyone, and I got interviewed. It was such a cool
And then
experience.
how did you hear about it, or how did they find you, if you mind me asking?
So yeah, my mom actually got a call from them saying they had saw me in like some articles. I've been in the Orange County Register and then the Patch multiple times, and they called my mom and said we would love to have Kayden. I was like, what? I was like, it's just the coolest thing. I'm just so blessed to have been a part of it, and I got to. I don't know if you know Steve Odekirk. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, but he is an Oscar nominated actor, and he was also in. He was the Grand Marshal of the parade. So yeah, it was really cool, and yeah, it was
Yeah,
very
there's a
unexpected.
video of you, somebody standing out, not in the car, but seeing you driving
That was
by.
my aunt. That
And
was
then
my
of
aunt.
course
Yeah.
there's you and your mom in the car. So you had
Yes.
a great time, I can
It
tell.
was so much fun, and
How
it was
long was the ride?
so the ride was like we were going slow, so it was probably like a 30-minute ride. Yeah, it was so cool. I was like, my hair was going back. My hand was about to fall off though. Like literally, I don't think my hand has ever gotten that much exercise, but I was like waving the whole time, and it was so cool. And I saw a lot of people that I knew, and I was like, oh my gosh, hi. It was really cool.
Well, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so grateful.
So, of course, I saw you won an award. Congratulations on the
Thank you
stage.
so much.
And
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
Yeah, of course. So I am just so fortunate to have won a Young Entertainer Award. I won that on, I believe, December 3rd. And this was, so I've won multiple awards from international and national film festivals, but I've never like got to like have like the actual award and like go up on stage and like talk about it. And it was so cool when I found out I got nominated for I was nominated for two categories and then I won an award, and it was so just unexpected. I didn't think I was going to win at all. I was just like, I'm just happy to be here and happy to be nominated, and I was like nominated amongst just amazing actors, and I was just kind of surrounded by all these like people that I'm like, "Oh, I know I've seen you on a show," and it was very cool. And so yeah, when they called my name, I was like, what? It was so cool, and to just go up there and be able to talk and just yeah, it was awesome, and I'm super. I actually have I have the award right here.
Oh wow, very
Yeah,
nice.
it's I'm so grateful, and it's way heavier than I expected too, because I've never held one of these in my hand, and it's heavy. It's definitely. I mean, I remember I like walked up to on stage, and um the girl that was handing them all the awards out, she was like, she handed it to me, and I was like, oh, that's way heavier than I expected. But yeah, no, I'm super duper grateful. That was definitely so unexpected, and just such a it was such a cool time, and also to like be able to like network and meet other actors, and yeah, it was just really nice.
That's awesome. Again,
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And of course, you won like 23 Best Actress Award.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I can't
And then,
believe
of course, you're a
I'm so
23
blessed.
time award-winning um, actor from Orange County. So, you
Thank
know,
you. Wow. Gosh, I don't know what
did
to
you
say.
know you were 20, you won 23rd?
I did, but I just like I I can't believe it. I'm so grateful because like I wanted to start acting when I was 4, and I didn't start acting until I was 10, but I had kind of fallen in love with just acting and like, seeing actors on screen. I was like, I want to do that. And I was really influenced by like Disney sitcoms like Good Like Charlie, and I feel like just like to like be where I'm at and just everything. I mean, I'm so grateful, and like to just like go back and tell, like if I could go back and tell like that 4-year-old little girl that like, Kaden, look, you're an actor and you're, she wouldn't believe me. So it's super duper cool to be
That's
here.
amazing.
Yeah.
So what have you learned so for your life lesson as your career as an actress, as a young actress so far?
I definitely have learned that, you know, things are not going to come to you. You have to work hard and you have to be passionate. And also, like, if you don't love what you do, then why are you doing it? You know? Because then it's just going to be like this pain in the rear the whole time. And, you really, and also casting directors can see it too, like in your auditions and when you're on set, they can see if you don't like what you're doing. And that will also like reflect in, your performance and your attitude towards others on set. And then it won't make a very memorable, well, a memorable experience, but maybe not like the best memorable experience. So yeah, you gotta love what you do, and yeah, again, like keep going, keep going. I mean, I could say that like all like I mean it's easier said than done because I mean life in general is really really hard, and there's just gonna be so many bumps and ups and downs throughout life, but the best thing is to just keep going.
That's true.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I'm gonna say that probably 5 more times, and you're gonna be like, "Stop saying that. Say something else."
Now, I just have to notice you're not wearing braces anymore.
No, I am.
Oh, you are.
You
Okay.
see that? Yeah. Okay. So funny thing, um, we're almost close to the end. So I've had them. Got them May. No, hold on. I got them September 2020, and I had them for 8 months till May 2021. And then I got them off, and I didn't get them back on until April 2022. So I had a year off. They do these two phases. I don't even know. I don't know why. Um, and then so I've had them on for about, what is the month today? Oh, it's December. Gosh, I forgot we're in December. I'm really behind on Christmas, so I'm like, it's coming up way too fast. 10 more days until Christmas Eve. Gosh. But I've had them on for 14 months, and I was told that I had 30 months. No, hold on. I've had it on for way longer than that. Okay, I don't know. But I've had them on for over a year. And I'm supposed to have like 12 more months, I think, or like 10 more months between there. But my orthodontist said that we're actually doing good and it might be earlier. So that's really cool to hear. So I think for sure, like early next year is when I get them off. Which it's weird. I'm kind of sad because I've had them for so long. And yeah, but I'm excited to like see my teeth without them and just have like a really nice smile because I used to be like super duper like I would never
Right.
pictures, and now I'm like super duper happy that like I have braces can be a pain in the rear, but I'm super duper grateful to have them, and I know that there's a lot of families that are not able to afford them, which makes me even more grateful for them.
I like it how you're not sure when it comes off.
I don't know. They won't tell me. I swear they want me to guess or something. Yeah. I don't know. I think my orthodontist said that she would be able to tell me next time I saw her in January. So I'm definitely gonna keep you updated.
Yes, next year. Yes. Of course. Now your favorite holiday is Christmas.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
And why is Christmas your favorite holiday?
I mean, Christmas is, obviously Christmas is getting together with family and, giving gifts, but it's also a day, it's celebration of
Hmm.
Jesus Christ's life. And that's also why it's very important to me. And I mean, I love celebrating Christmas for that reason. And I also love to, I mean, other than that, I mean, that's the most important reason. But I love to decorate. I mean, I'm super into decorating the house. I'm
Hmm.
very festive. I love to kind of just drink hot cocoa and just like have peppermint and decorate the Christmas tree with my family. And it's just kind of a very nice and relaxing holiday and nice to see family. And I'm a very big giver, and I just love to be able to give gifts to my family and just see the reaction. And I mean, I put a lot of thought into it, and that's why like Christmas can be like a little stressful for me because I'm like I just want to make sure that it's like perfect. But it's definitely worth it.
That's amazing. Now,
Yeah,
what would you say is your greatest accomplishment so far as being an actress?
I would say playing a young Julia Roberts on the show Gaslit. For those who haven't seen it, it is on Stars. It is about Watergate, which is definitely a very serious topic, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily child appropriate, but it is a great show, and I'm super duper grateful to be a part of it. I just remember getting the call from my agent that I had booked it, and it was just like, I mean, I've known Julia Roberts for so long, and she's amazing, and
Oh
to just
yes, she's amazing.
yeah,
She
she's
is
so good.
amazing.
And like to play a younger version of her was such a dream come true.
Mhm. Now, I love Julia Roberts. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, when can you tell the audience that you had to overcome a challenge on a set,
On a Gaslit or on any set?
any set?
Ooh, I since we're on the topic of Gaslit, actually, I think a very big challenge for me was I came prepared to set with my regular accent, and like right kind of on the spot. They're like, maybe we should like have more of like a southern accent, kind of like how Julia has when she's older in the film and the series, and that's kind of like the guy who played my dad, he kind of sounded like that. So they're like, let's give you an accent. So I kind of had to learn a southern accent with no dialect coach right on the spot. And it was definitely hard, but it was super duper cool, and it was such a cool challenge. And I'm very proud of myself for that.
You should
um,
be.
yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, okay, I got this. Let's do this. No, but Southern accents they're fun though. I mean, any accent is fun. I
That's
can
good.
do Irish, a little British, and then Southern. Yeah, and hopefully some more. I mean, accents are hard. That's for sure. I can do a little bit of a New York accent, but my mom's actually from New York, so I should be able to do like a big New York accent, but still learning. I actually have never been to New York, so
Oh wow, I didn't know your mom was from New York.
yeah, she was born in Newburgh, New York, so she's like about an hour to 2 hours like away from New
Hmm.
York City. Yeah, we actually have like so many family members there, and I've never met them. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah, it's very crazy. So hopefully I'll get to meet them soon.
Yes, hopefully.
I have like a million cousins, like second cousins, third cousins. Yeah.
Oh wow. Um, so have any roles deeply affected you or changed you in a permanent manner?
Ooh, I love that question. That's really good. Let me think. I mean, I think like as an actor, like, exploring so many different characters, like us actors have so much sympathy, I feel. Like when you explore a character, you feel for other people that can relate to that character more. I think one that has deeply affected me. Ooh, that is so hard. I'm trying to think of like, I mean, there has been like a time, like sometimes there's like I connect to a character like so much, like during like a take, like
Hmm.
let's say like I'm crying or something over, I don't know, whatever reason. Like sometimes like I'll just connect to that character so much that I'll just keep bawling. Like, you know. Um I'm a method actor, but I'm also not a method actor. I'm like both. I'm a method mean girl actor on set. Not too mean, not too mean, but just a little mean. Kind of just that confidence, and very very overconfident. But I think how did it? That is such a good question. I mean, I think my first ever feature film. I don't think like as I think just I don't know. That is such a good question. No, I think just like like every character really affects me
Hmm.
because I feel more sympathy towards people that can relate again.
Right. So, just curious question. A lot of people are probably wondering. There's a scene on your Instagram that you were in a locker. Um,
Oh,
remember you were
oh,
inside.
oh, wait, is it from Darman Studios?
Yeah, it's on Darman. I'm sorry, but how long were you in that locker?
Oh, I was in that locker for like 2 hours. I'm just kidding. No, no, no. Oh gosh, that'd be harsh. Well, actually, we were just like playing around on set of Darman Studios, and a friend of mine like pushed me into the locker. Like we were like playing and stuff, and it was so funny. Like I just kind of like opened up the locker and I was like, and my friend's like, get in there. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then we like just her mom videotaped it, and it was really funny. It just kind of all came together,
And,
and a lot of people actually really liked it. So I was like, okay. And a lot of people were like, don't put Kayden in a locker, and I was like, wow, thank you. No,
so I
the locker
noticed,
was comfortable for a little
right.
bit.
So I noticed you do play a lot of Mean Girls.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of play like a lot of different characters. I played a Mean Girl in Roswell, and then I played Mean Girl like a lot in Darman, and
Hmm.
that's kind of how many I played probably like four Mean Girls. So yeah, I uh, I do have a lot of like emotional roles, dramas. I've played a crazy girl before. That was quite the experience, that's for sure. I mean, exploring someone who is just like crazy is just it. It definitely was a hard experience. Oh my gosh, I now know, back to your other question that can actually kind of like come to this, about how a role affected me. I played Lily Burrows in My Melancholy Baby, that is on Amazon Prime. If you guys want to go check it out, it is a great film. It's definitely not child appropriate, and it is a harsh film, and it is a true story. And I play a girl with autism and has several. I mean, there's just so many disorders: conduct disorder, intermittent explosive disorder, and playing her was just. It was definitely like it was definitely really really hard to. It was definitely a really big challenge and to tap into that, but also like it has made me like, there's a lot of kids that are like that, and it
Hmm.
just made me super duper sympathetic, and just to all the families that have to, that are dealing with that. So I think that role really really affected me, and just going through it, and then also it being a true story, and I got to meet the boy that it was about. Yeah, and it was definitely a very challenging role and harsh experience, like just exploring the character. But yeah, it is a great story, and it's almost like great, like so that people can see what some families have to go through. And yeah, it's very very sad, and so my heart is out to all the families that go through that.
And when was this film released?
This film was released in 2021, I believe, like late 2021, I believe, or either like early 2022.
And it was filmed in California.
Yes, it was filmed in California.
So I totally understand people go through have autism and all that stuff. That's,
Yeah,
it's a very tough topic to talk about. So
yeah, absolutely.
I totally understand. So what do you tell other people who are younger, who are looking up to you to be an actress, who are inspired to follow your footsteps?
Gosh, I don't know about people looking up to me. I appreciate that though. I would say just, have faith, and if you have a dream, go for it. Life is so short. There's so many people that hold on to their dreams, and just like when they're older, like I really wish, I got to pursue it. Like, so like just do it, go for it. Be unique, don't be afraid to stand out, because there's so many, like, I mean, in acting, like, and also like with everything, there's so many people that also want to do what you do. So it's like, there's a lot of people. So just do it, because you never know where you're gonna go. I mean, there is
Very
a
true.
God has a plan for you, and you just gotta have faith in him, and have faith in yourself.
100%. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kayden, on your Roswell film.
Thank you so much. I'm really, really excited. I'm sorry I couldn't say too much.
Of
Um,
course, you can't say much,
but
of course,
yeah,
but
but I'm just, you guys,
what
everyone's gonna love it. It's so good.
you don't know when it's coming out.
I do not,
You don't
but
know.
Instagram, best way to just, yeah.
Instagram is
And also you can also follow Roswell Delirium on Instagram as well.
Mhm.
Just literally just Roswell at Roswell Delirium.
Of course, a lot of people want to know when it's coming out. That's why I asked
I know, yeah. I've
because
gotten a lot of people
you
that
guys are promoting it a lot.
yes, trust me, if I knew, I would totally say the exact date. I'd be like, guys, go watch it right now.
And of
It's
course,
such
you
a
can't tell the story or anything about it, of course, you know.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
I was trying, but like I said, you worked with a lot of fame, a lot of people, famous and a lot of actors on that film. So,
Yeah. I mean, it was actually super duper cool. Because I got to work with Lisa Welch. I got to like work with actually meet Lisa Wachtel and Anthony Michael Hall, and they're just so great. And Anthony Michael Hall from Breakfast Club and 16 Candles, and it was just super cool. Like just having him like on set, and then Lisa from The Facts of Life. But it was really really cool because Dee Wallace is in the film. And I actually finished filming a feature film called Curse of Vander last month, and she starred in the film. And I didn't actually get to meet her filming Roswell because our characters definitely would not be in the same scene together. But I got to work with her on Curse of Vander, and that's in a very, very, very nice family friendly film. And it's kind of like a cross between the Chronicles of Narnia and Stranger Things.
mhm.
So I also can't say anything too much about the story, but that one's gonna be really cool. But I got to work with her on that, and it was so so cool to just watch her work ethic and just to see how she works. And like I was kind of starstruck. I was trying to keep it in. I was like, okay, Hayden, you're an actor. Just act like you're not starstruck. It was very hard. That was definitely I think that was one of my hardest challenges on set too. But yeah, Dee Wallace is great, super duper kind, and like she worked with Steven Spielberg on E.T. and just like I was like, I'm working with her. It's so cool, and yeah, so
Wow, amazing. Congratulations. 2023 was a great year for you.
thank you so much. Yeah, I'm super duper. I mean, every year was a great year, and I'm
Right.
looking
You
forward
went to
to.
Kentucky and you went to
Yeah,
Boston,
I'm really really looking forward to 2024. I think it's gonna be
and
also
then you have
exciting.
this big film that you guys are promoting. I say you guys, but everybody, Roman, all
Everybody
that, all
is,
that
yeah,
characters.
which is
Roswell, right.
fantastic that we're all that
And you
it's
guys just recently, and you can correct me, just recently had a red carpet for
we
Roswell
did,
Delirium.
yeah. The premiere was last Thursday.
Hmm.
It was so cool getting to see like my face on the big screen and finally get to see it. That was everyone's first time, of course, other than the director, seeing the film. So it was really, really cool to like see everyone's reactions and then like getting to sit with the cast and watching, their scenes. And there was a lot of funny moments that we had on set and then getting to see them like on the film. Roman had a very funny moment in the film, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it was just like watching the film. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that. Like we couldn't stop laughing, and literally we had to stop a couple takes because the director and the producers and like all the cast was just like they couldn't stop peeing their pants. Like it was. Those are like the best times on set, like just the memories. Yeah, so it's so cool
So,
to become.
did everybody else have a funny moment in the
I
film?
think everybody did. I usually, yeah, yeah. Connor William Barrett, who's also on Darman. Um, I don't know if you like know him by his name, but if you saw a picture, you'd know who he was. Um, but we had a lot of funny moments as well. He's like the improv master, and he did so good in the film.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, all the
congrats.
characters are so different too. So that's
Hmm.
the cool thing that many people realize. They're like, oh, mean girl, wannabe mean girl, nerd, really cool kid who cusses a lot, and there's the flirt right there. There's a lot of different things.
Right. And you can't tell where it was filmed at yet.
I Roswell, yeah. I mean, it was kind of filmed like all over. I don't know the out of. I believe they filmed like a couple things out of state. I think in New Mexico, but I'm not 100% positive about that. But
Hmm.
pretty much all of California.
Right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Of course, I can't wait to have you back on my
Yeah. Oh my
show
gosh, this was
to
so
talk
awesome.
about the rest of the Roswell Delirium movie.
Yes. Yes. Maybe you can have me back on when it's streaming and everyone can see it.
Yes, yes,
And I can
100%.
talk
Now,
about all you want.
yes, I
And I won't be
we
like, I don't want to
definitely
spoil that.
we definitely need to talk up more about it. And you don't know if it's gonna be out in theater or nothing yet.
I do not know. No,
Okay.
unfortunately. Yeah.
So we just have to look on your Instagram.
Yes, but the cool thing it was sold out at the film festival, and there was like 50 people that were unable to see the film, which was
Hmm.
very unfortunate. But I was like, wow, it's cool that it's sold out. So yeah, no, one to look forward to.
That's amazing. So how can everybody find you on your social media?
Yeah, so you can find me at Kayden Tokarski, Kayden, and then my last name is a little harder, Tokarski, on Instagram. It's not Twitter anymore, it is X, and then TikTok.
Okay. Everybody
Yes.
needs to check out Miss Kayden. Well, thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And of course, I can't wait to have you back and talk about your film that you're doing, the Roswell Delirium.
Yes, yes. I'm super
And
duper excited.
and of course your other upcoming films.
Yes. Thank you
But
so
thank
much.
you so much. Thank you again, Miss Kayden.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.